Well, good morning, everybody on YouTube. Madam Roy back again. Well, as you can see, I have my camera collection out, and this is actually a request video by quite a few people asking for me to do an update on my camera/camcorder collection. Well, I also thought it was about time. I think I did that video, probably about 7 or 8 months ago. And I have gotten a few new cameras, new camcorders. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to start off with the box for this camera. This is the Sony DSC-H90, and the reason it's only the box is this is the camera I'm actually using to film this. Nothing super special. I got this from Target about a year and a half ago for $50 on a super clearance. It was the floor model, and it was still in really good shape. Came with the original box. Next I have this really cheap Vivitar Vivicam 5355. This is a 5 megapixel camera. Nothing too special. I got this when I was up at my grandmother's. I think I paid about $5 for that. Next in here, I have a camera I actually haven't used in a long time. This is a 7.1 megapixel Canon PowerShot A560. So this is one of the ALF cameras. It's in really decent shape. It's got quite a few scratches on it, but it works just fine. I don't have any batteries in it right now because, like I said, I'm not actively using this one at the moment. Next we have the camera that I use for my eBay pictures. This is a Sony CyberShot 12.1 megapixel, probably right around 2010. This camera has been rode hard and put away wet, as a lot of people would say. You can see it's really scratched on the front. If I turn it on, you can see the screen. I don't know if it'll come through in the video, but the screen has got imprints on it, pressure marks, scratches, what have you. But it still takes fantastic pictures. Picked that one up for a couple of bucks at the local thrift store. Next, we have a camera that is one of my personal favorites and the one that I use when I just taking pictures. This is my Canon PowerShot S3IS. This is only a 6 megapixel camera, but boy does this take fantastic pictures. Has the flip-up flash, red eye reduction, and even has the pull-out screen. And I've done individual videos about all these, so you can check those out, so I'm not going to go too in-depth with these cameras. This one even does a good job with video, albeit it's only VGA resolution. But if you want to check out some of my videos, I did a test video with this when I first got it, and it really looks pretty good. So put that to the side. Next, I have a camera that I know is at least a personal favorite of a few of my subscribers. That is this Kodak EasyShare Z740. This one is a 5 megapixel camera, as you can see right there. Again, has the flip-up flash, but I'm not going to do that. Oh, there we go. It has to be done once it's turned on. You can't actually just pull it up like with the Canon camera. Works very well. You take some rapid fire pictures with it. That's one thing I like about it. There's really hardly any shutter delay. And I got this maybe 2 years ago, and I probably paid $10 for it. I don't remember exactly. Alright, let's go ahead and start off with the camcorders. First over here is one I'm not sure. I don't think I had this the last time I filmed this video. This is a Sharp VL A110 regular 8mm camcorder. It's a very interesting form factor. You actually hold it like this, and then you can either tilt the the lens portion or the screen portion, and it goes all the way around. This does work, but the battery is totally dead, so if you want to use it, it has to be plugged in. Why I actually bought this was, and I bought it knowing the battery would be no good, I have a lot of friends that still have 8mm tapes that they want to get transferred to DVD. So when they want that, I actually use this to do it. I hook this up to either the computer or to my DVD recorder here via the AV inputs, and I can go ahead and copy those tapes to DVD so they have their precious moments for many years to come. And I got this at a garage sale. I don't even remember what I paid for it. It was probably a couple of dollars. Got this over the past summer. Next, we have a camcorder that I did not have last time, but it is a duplicate of one that I already own. I bought this in Virginia Beach off a gentleman. He wanted originally $40 for it, but I talked him down to $30 because I'm like that. You know, I always like to get a deal. And there was another reason too, and I'll go over that in just a minute. This is a Sony Handycam, but it is not just a Sony Handycam. It is another, I don't know if the camera will focus on that, DCR TRV 280. And as you guys know, this is one of my favorite Digital 8 Sony Handycams. This has everything. This has the LED light, backlighting. It has the Night Shot Plus for shooting at night. I actually have a review of this camcorder online already, and if you're really interested, UXW Bill, if you guys know his website, his YouTube site, he does a phenomenal job reviewing it, a lot better than I did. But this one is in pretty good shape. There was one problem when I got it, and this is why I only paid $30 for it. When I first got it, if you would push record, it would only go for about 3 seconds, and then it would give me a tape cartridge error. And I got it home knowing it was probably an easy fix, and it was. I'm going to go ahead and remove the battery just to show you guys real quick. The problem actually was this little tape guide right here. Actually, this is a carriage guide. This puts a little bit of pressure on the carriage so the carriage can actually make contact with the tape head properly. What had happened was over the years this had got pushed up and it wasn't putting enough pressure on the carriage, therefore the tape wasn't making the proper contact with the head. So all I had to do was take a screwdriver, a flathead, and I evenly bent the pins down a little bit over here, the one in the middle and this one, so it would put a little bit more pressure on the tape cartridge, and now she works beautifully. I got all the accessories with this one. And like I said, I wound up giving $30 for that, and I was really, really pleased. This is going to be a camcorder I'm going to use quite a bit often. I will start using the HD camcorder for those of you guys that are interested, but I'm still going to keep my vintage legacy camcorders in play as well. Alright, moving on. Next we have my very first mini DV camcorder. I don't know if you guys probably remember this. This is the JVC. This is model number GR-DVL520U. This is right from around 2003. It does have a pull-out LCD screen. Still works just fine. The only reason I really don't use this very much anymore is because it only shoots in 4:3. This does not actually do widescreen, and I was getting a lot of complaints from YouTubers that they want to see the videos in widescreen, so I'm more apt to use something like the Sony Handycam instead. And I don't actually have the original charger for this JVC, but I have a universal one that works just fine. Alright, next we have another mini DV camcorder. Yep, this one is the Samsung SC D372. I actually also own two of these. I picked this one up in Virginia Beach a few weeks back. I paid the lady $5 because she wasn't really sure how good a condition it was in. And she said she only used it a couple of times. This is a decent camcorder. It works very well in low light. The only problem I've noticed with this, and I noticed it with the other one too, is for some reason with this camcorder, the only way you can use the built-in light is if you shoot in 4:3 mode. If you shoot this in 16:9, which is what I do 90% of the time, the light won't function. So luckily, this is still very good in low light, and there are not too many situations where I actually would need to use that. But again, very good camcorder. We're getting towards the end, folks. I have added quite a few camcorders to my collection, which I'm very happy about. You guys know I'm really into the vintage tech here. And I'm going to continue to add more cameras and camcorders to this collection as time goes by. So these will be semi-annual update videos for sure. Alright, here we have the other Samsung SCD372. Exactly the same as the other one. When I got the other one, I actually got the book for it, which I was very happy about. This one I got a long time ago. I don't remember exactly how much I gave for it, but I have a video on it, and you guys can actually look that up. I'll try and put some links to my other videos about these camcorders in this video. Let's save this one. Go ahead and show you this one. This is my original Sony Handycam, the DCR TRV-280. This one is actually in a little bit better shape than the second one that I got. But oddly enough, this one also suffered from that same tape cartridge issue where it would record for 3 seconds and then it would give me some form of tape error. I think it was E10 on this one, it was E11 on the other one. Part of the problem was also that the tape cartridge was out of alignment, but also I had left this outside for a couple of days and it had gotten some moisture in it, so I actually had to put this in front of a heater on low heat for a couple hours to dry it out, and ever since I've done that I cleaned the heads and it's worked fine ever since. Again, exactly the same as the other one, it's just missing the little sticker there. And it does fit very snugly in this bag. I should get a bigger one. Alright, next we have my newest camcorder. This is my Sony HD camcorder. This one is model number... You know what, I actually covered the model number on this with my name tag, but it is a Sony HD AVC HD, so this is full 1080p. There we go. Model number HDR CX240. It takes 9.2 megapixel pictures, that's the resolution, and video, again, it's 1080p at 60 frames per second. And you can see this is literally like brand new. The main reason I have not been using this is because I need to get a better computer. My quad-core Dell Vostro 400 cannot handle the video that comes from this, especially if it's in 1080p. And I've tried using that laptop, but again, I can't get used to it. So once I get my Dell XPS 8700 with the Core i7, I will definitely be using this camcorder more. And again, you can check out the video specifically about this. Again, I'll try to put some links into this video's description so it'll be easier for you guys to find those. So that is pretty much it for my camcorder camera collection. I do have one more that I want to show you guys, though. This is one I actually had last time, but I totally forgot that I even owned it. I was cleaning out my closet the other day and I came across it. Picked this up at the thrift store years ago. This is a Minolta X370 35mm SLR camera. This one actually has a built-in light meter. I know a little bit about this because when I was in high school I actually took some photography classes. And it did work. I don't know if it still does because I'll be honest with you, I have not used this thing in years. What's really cool is you can set the type of film you have. ISO 200, 400, I think it goes up to like 600 or 800. You got your exposure. I mean, it's a really, really nice camera. You even have a little mount for an external flash or some other accessories, but it's in very good shape. The light meter and the camera's powered by one of those little watch battery deals, which probably has gone bad since I haven't used this in so many years. you got manual focus on this lens. I'm going to go ahead and put this here, see if you guys can, hopefully this camera will focus on what this lens actually is. But I'll read it to you anyway. It's a Vivitar 35 to 70 millimeter, 2.8 to 3.8, and it's a macro focusing zoom, which I'll be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure what that means. Somebody can correct me. I'm sure a lot of you photo buffs out there know exactly what that means. Now with this, I also got an original, probably original this camera, Plus X Pan black and white film. Now what's interesting about this is look at the date on there for developed before, 6 of 1990, and that roll of film is actually still in this camera. I don't know if I'm ever going to get it developed because it's 25 years past its due date, and I really don't think it would come out very well. These are the batteries that it takes, just to show you guys. It's number 357, at least that's in the Energizer brand. It did come with another lens here. This is obviously a smaller one. The one that's on there is something they bought later because that was a Vivitar. This is actually the Minolta branded lens. This one is a 50 millimeter lens. You can see it right there. Again, all in very, very good shape. And it even has some of the original books, if you can see that. The Minolta 370, and this is the user guide, and that's the owner's manual. And I know this is from 1984 because I had actually looked it up. And one thing I found really interesting is I'm going to show you guys a couple pictures, and these pictures really scream the 1980s. Let's see if there's a good one in here. I know it may actually be in the user manual, but you can see some of the gear you could get with it there, the different external light meters. This is definitely a professional grade camera. Let's see what we got in here. I'll just go through it really quick. There you go. That's actually a 70s carbon. I mean, look at the dress. I remember my mom had a skirt and a top just like that in the 80s with the horizontal stripes and the vest. Definitely goes back. It takes me back to my childhood. There you go. You got the mauve phone, woman with the white winter hat. Again, this book just screams the 1980s to me. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end it here before this gets way too long. It probably already has. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick update video. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, have a blessed day, everybody.